friends, welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here back with some trash, Sas's trash news. Okay? Now see, this is different from Foolery Friday. Okay? This is just trash news that deal mainly with reality shows that I watch or I recap, or just reality stars I've done cut a good old shine. So I just come in occasionally and just give y'all a little bit of news and, some updates, child. Hope y'all having a fantastic day. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Big Ed, honey. We all know Big Ed, right? The one with the no neck. The one that's 4'11", the one that looks like that his hygiene is questionable. That Big Ed. He was on 90 Day Fiance, child, and we seen how he acted. So now he is on Discovery Plus, 90 Day Fiance, the single life, child. And when I tell you this is a monstrosity of epic proportion. So we have 4'11" go on these dates, go on this, dating site. He is looking for love. Well, he found it. Yes, sir. Big Ed found a woman named Liz. Okay, she was a restaurant manager or a hotel manager. I think she ran a restaurant. Now, their whole relationship was questionable and awkward. It was this one scene where they had went on a date, child, and so Ed tried to go in on a kiss, honey, and she pulled the good old Matrix, honey. She went like this. Please don't touch me. Do not put your lips on me. Honey, she was not here for Ed's crusted lips. So it was a disaster. It was awkward to watch. They was awkward together. And can I just say she's 28 years old. She's a pretty girl. But things started going better. Okay? Started, getting into the groove of things. They went to Vegas, child. And honey, when I tell you, Ed, honey, it was a huge blow up. Liz and Ed got into a huge fight. Ed's daughter, honey, could not stand this girl right off the bat. She had something to say about Liz, Ed's daughter. Said that she looked rugged. I said, not rugged, not Paul Bunyan-ish. And that, she is a little too young to be going after her father. First of all, Big Ed's daughter, your father is too old to be looking for these young girls. He's 54 years old. He looked like he's 74, but he's in his 50s and he's trying to date 20-year-olds. So that Vegas trip was a disaster. But after that, she came over to Ed's house to talk about it. And everything was cool. It was apology, well wishes and all that crap. Even though Ed went on television and said that him and Liz had sex 8 times in one night. Liz, come here. Liz, come in. Let me talk to you. Why in the world would you even have sex with the 4'11"? How does that work? His head is huge. This head. What's his head talking about? That he is out here humping and thumping 8 times in one night, and he's going to talk about, he told that. Ooh, child, honey. Liz, is that true? 8 times. 4'11". What did he do to be romantic? How did he get you excited? What did he whisper in your ear? that y'all out here bumping and grinding 8 times in one night. If you don't go somewhere and sit down. So the show's still going on, child. Come to find out that Liz put on Instagram, see, she done broke up with Ed publicly. She done broke up with Ed on the Insta. She says, even though our paths have led us our separate ways, you will always be a great memory. Enjoy the rest of the season. When I tell you 4 foot 11 can't win for nothing, your face is cracked. A lot of people out there in the world, applauded this because, see, Ed, we all know his background. We all know how he likes to run his mouth. I mean, he done, aired you out. Talking about y'all done had sex 8 times in one night, and he's disgusting. He was talking about how Liz kissed him, how Liz will suck his upper lip and his bottom lip. Child, when I tell you, I wish you would have bit his tongue out. Now, she said the reason for the breakup is because 4 foot 11 was just too much. He was just too much. They used to follow each other on Instagram, and she had to stop that. Because we used to follow each other for a short amount of time, and then I stopped because his page is a bit much. She thinks that Ed shares excessively on Instagram and used to blow up her news. She also said that on his Instagram that 4 foot 11 kept posting pictures of young girls on his trip. Listen, bottom line is, you young girls out there, either if you on Bumble, Christian.com, SingleMingleDingle.com, I gotta find somebody to hunt.com, BlackPlanet.com. If you see 4 foot 11, if you see this picture, please avoid it. Avoid it. But boy, oh boy, honey, that big Ed is something else. Let's move on. Got some love at the lockup news. Y'all remember Lizzie, her crunchy, dry wigs, honey, that always slid back here. The one that said that while she was in prison, that she got like $600,000 to $800,000 from these sad, lonely fool men. But yet and still, she didn't snuggle anything, in a little piggy bank. She didn't keep something for, rainy day. She didn't keep something to improve those wigs, honey, because her head still looked like that. Child, it looked like a rat done tap danced into that mess. But she got $600,000 to $800,000. Supposedly, she spent it on drugs. Y'all remember Lizzie? She was with Scott. With the raggedy mouth, honey, you can parallel park in between his teeth. Scott is the only person I know that had a whole partial in his mouth and he still had gaps. Scott looked like he smelled like kerosene. That's what Scott looked like he smelled like. But yet and still, he was able to find attractive women of color. Child, help me understand. Lizzie, she got arrested, y'all. Lizzie got arrested April the 26th, apparently for a probation violation. Now, unbeknownst to me, this is Lizzie's 3rd arrest in 6 to 8 months. Lizzie said that she was trying to get her life right, but she backtracked, child. Now, the original charges, I don't know what her original charge was for her to break her probation. But she done broke it, child. She done broke it. But before she went to jail, she was dating some guy that was on that show, The Bachelorette. Honey, that went south really bad, really quick. He is no longer with her. I do not know how much time Lizzie has over her head, but let's move on. Do y'all remember that show, 19 Kids and Counting? When that mama and daddy, where was they from? Arkansas, had 19 kids, and that mama had those atrocious bangs that look like it will attack you in a single swoop. Honey, them bangs was like this. Honey, Aquanet bangs, trashy bangs, honey, with the long hair. I don't understand, but that's that mama. She used to talk like this. Y'all remember them? And then they got that creepy daddy. Well, they had a son. They have a son. His name is Josh Duggar. Y'all remember about 4 or 5 years ago, he was around touching his sisters. This is not a legend. This happened. Josh Duggar, when he was younger, he was a teenager, and his sisters was real young. He was going around at night in the bedroom touching them. He admitted it. The mom and daddy admitted it. And the sisters admitted it. He ain't nothing but trash. He married, okay? He got 6 kids. 1 on the way. 1 on the way. 7 children at 33 years old. The only thing his wife know how to do is lay on her back and not talk. That's all she knows how to do is pop out kids. With a boy slash so-called man who touched his sisters. Josh Duggar got arrested in Arkansas by the feds. Now see, apparently on his computer, now see, he got 6 kids. He ain't got nothing else to do but get on his computer and download the P-word of 12-year-old girls and under. Josh Duggar was arrested in Arkansas by federal authorities. He will be released from jail on May the 6th and confined to the home of longtime friends of his parents. Can you imagine having that mess in your house? I tell you, the whole family is strange. Who have agreed to be his custodian during his release. This is a 33-year-old man who's married with soon to be 7 children, and you gotta have a custodian because you're nasty. You're a nasty dog. He can see his children, but only in the presence of his wife, Anna. But he can't have any contact with any other minor children, including his younger siblings, his siblings' children, and the children of friends. Bottom line, friends, he is garbage who likes to look at 12-year-old P-word on his computer while he got 7 kids. She stays with him. Sometimes people like that, I'm not going to say. Let's move on. Last and certainly least, honey, let's talk about seeking sister wives, honey. That's where the drama is, honey. Now, see, I think this is season 4. I'm just new to this. I'm still on season 3. So I'm trying to get caught up in everything, right? So there is a couple called the Snowdens, Bam, that consist of Dimitri and Ashley. They have children. They had a sister wife, okay? That sister wife in the dead of night went and got her stuff and bounced. She bounced. Now they got amnesia. They don't recall what happened, who happened, what happened. They don't know why this woman left in the dead of night. And she brought back up. She brought a family child. So they have brought a new woman into the mix. Her name is Crystalline Peterson. Real pretty woman. She's from South Africa, I think. I think she's from Africa. Beautiful girl. She also has a child. You know, everything was going real good, honey, until Crystalline said that Dimitri, that went upside her head, said that said Dimitri put her head up against the headboard. And I quote, Crystalline claimed that she was woken up by Dimitri slamming my head into the headboard of the bed and was yelling at me. She said that he continued to slam her head and actually filed a report in that instance. She also said that while sex, he liked to choke her. Said there was a whole lot of choking going on, child. She said that she was a little bit afraid and said that, hey, this must be something that he does. And she just laid there and took it. She said that the more she struggled, the more he liked it. I ain't saying this. This is what Crystalline said about Dimitri, child. About Dimitri. She also said that Ashley was abusive. Shoved me to prevent me from leaving the home my husband and I shared with her. Ashley reportedly threw a bottle at her and was verbally abusive. Crystalline said, I got time. So she went and tried to get a restraining order against both of them, according to TMZ. She went to go and get a restraining order. Now, she couldn't get one on Ashley because the judge said, honey, there's no proof. There's no proof, okay? But she was able to get a restraining order against Dimitri. The judge did grant that one. But later on, the judge threw out Crystalline's restraining order against Dimitri and said the judge tossed the restraining order against Dimitri because Dimitri brought in text messages from Crystalline in which she claimed to like choking during the sex. The judge says that he could not figure out who was telling the truth and who was telling lies, the lies. Who's a liar? Let me tell y'all something. All of it is a hot mess. I said before, the Snowdens, there's something wrong with them. They are creepy on a higher level. When you go into someone's home to try to be one of these sister wives and you find out that one sister wife left in the dead of night packing her stuff and she bounced, it was also a thing about, I believe they called her fat, the one that left in the dead of night and was verbally abusive to her and how they wanted her to lose weight. Honey, them Snowdens are a hot mess. I do believe Crystalline is out of this house. I do believe that, child. That's it. That's it, y'all. Just a little quick video. What y'all think about these stories? Y'all know what to do. Leave your comments down below. Also, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this has been Sas Trash News.